We're live.
We greet this day by honoring the sunrise, the sun that has risen, bringing us light, life, and abundant opportunities. And we say, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Kealoha. Thank you, my friend. Absolutely. Welcome to Unity Church of Kona, and here we start with the prayer chants of greeting of the morning in the Hawaiian culture. This is the formal greeting. And as we like to hold prayer as part of our service, let's hold a healing prayer for all the congregation that's not here today, as Reverend Sophia and Patrick, Kayla, everybody seems to be under the weather. So as we hold a moment in thought and prayer, as we close our eyes, we connect. We connect to our loved ones. We connect to the world around us in prayer. So and as we hold this connection of light and love, we send the Aka, the spirit of our energy, to theirs in a healing thought in a moment. We say thank you, God, for the time that we get to re-heal and to grow, to become bigger, stronger, wiser than we were. And through the healing process, we understand the miracle of life itself. We are able to heal. And so it is. Amen. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody here to Unity of Kona and joining us online. And welcome wherever you're from. And so it's Kakaiaka, e komo mai, Kakaiaka, good morning. E komo mai, welcome. Unity Church of Kona, beautiful Kailua, Kona, Hawaii. And so we have so much to be grateful for here on this Sunday, the 5th Sunday of the month, welcoming Kealoha Sugiyama in service today. So thank you, Kealoha. And as we get started with our service, I'd like to ask everybody to please stand as we do our affirmation for the month, vision and mission statements. And coming up on the board, our vision. Here at Vision, it's a world family of oneness, peace, and love. And our mission here is to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, faith, prayer, faith, and joy, honoring everyone as a child of God. And our mission power, the affirmation for the month is power. So our power, I have the power to create my world. And so it is. And so please be seated if you care to as we get going. We're going to do a beautiful Hawaii nei now? Okay. So, Kealoha, and please stand as we do beautiful Hawaii nei. All right, as an opening song here this morning. Excuse me for the... we're punting here, my friends. And so the beautiful song with the Memorial Day theme music. Oh, beautiful Hawaii nei, a paradise on earth, a melting pot of every race. We can live in harmony. Hawaii nei, Hawaii nei, ohana all are we. Of the sunrise east to sunset west, oh, aloha for us all. Oh, beautiful Hawaii nei, for rainbows in the sky and valleys full of waterfalls and forests lush and rare. Hawaii nei, Hawaii nei, ohana all are we. From sunrise east to sunset west, aloha for us all. Oh, beautiful Hawaii nei, for snow-capped Mauna Kea, for Pacific Ocean's fishery, and Pele's lava flows. Hawaii nei, Hawaii nei, ohana all are we. From sunrise east to sunset west, aloha for us all. Whoa, thank you, Kealoha. Wonderful. Everybody stand now. If you'd like to greet your neighbors, reach over and say good morning. And if you're joining us online, please leave a comment now in the comment section as we have a moment just to share some aloha with everyone here in the sanctuary. This is really great to see people coming back in and hugs happening and as the ohana back together. So welcome us. Please, we're open for coming back, and so please join us here at the service. And if you're joining us online, we welcome you also. We always like to welcome our guests and visitors with a great big aloha and God bless you. And so it is. Oh. All righty, my friends. Well, absolutely wonderful to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning. And as we get started with the service, I have just a few announcements to move through. And first and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. So the You Pray app, which is available for your Android and iPhones, just download the app and the prayer requests go directly to Silent Unity. So Unity is definitely a prayer ministry, and once you download the app, you've got this app, allows you to submit prayer requests directly, and if you choose, receiving meditations and affirmations, listening to short meditations. And if you do need more prayer requests, don't hesitate to call the church at 808-322-0885, and there's a prayer request box in the back of the sanctuary. So we have the forms in the back there. Just fill out the prayer request form. We pray over them here. Our chaplains will pray over them and send them on to Silent Unity, where they can receive 30 days of continuous prayer. We all know that prayer works in our lives, so let's utilize these tools we have at our disposal with the power of prayer. A couple more announcements as we move into it, and I have them right here. I'm just kind of a little backed up with everything I've got going on, laptops. But it's congratulations, last Sunday of the month of May for Diana Fisher, who is our team member of the month. So thank you, Diana. All the things you do is just amazing, and it's what an honor it is to be finally honoring you and the work that you do here at the church. So for heartfelt gratitude, mahalo nui loa, Diana Fisher. Thank you. One other thing is we were looking for birthday cards for Reverend Sophia. She's celebrating 75 and wanting 75 birthday cards. So we have a bunch of the birthday cards actually in the back of the sanctuary. So before you leave today, fill out one of the birthday cards so that we can fulfill her wish for 75. And Reverend Sophia kind of under the weather, so thoughts of healing light goes with your cards as we're going to be sending them all over to her and hopefully fulfill this birthday wish. And so, Reverend Sophia, we keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Join us next Sunday for our healing service. Starts at noon, and this is with the sound bowls and Reiki. Reiki masters here in the church will be offering their light, and so as a donation, the sound music, the sound bowls as a healing light that goes with that Reiki. And so the combination of the Reiki and the sound bowls has been a really cool second service coming first Sunday of every month. So now it would be next Sunday at 12 o'clock right here in the sanctuary. We have now with those broadcast systems, we're hoping to bring that also to a second service online. So look for us on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. And so now we're streaming to all these other options, so it's really kind of neat. You can tell your family and friends it's all recorded and on YouTube stuff. So, and with that, let me see. We have the Unity of Kona will host a ladies' night clothing swap. So this one's for the ladies only, on June 10th between 6 and 8 o'clock. So women and girls of all ages are invited to the night of bonding, abundance, and supporting one another. Feel free to bring clothing, shoes, purses, bags, jewelry, books, just anything that you might want to trade, and a snack maybe to share. All remaining items will be donated to the local thrift store in support of domestic violence shelter. And so your tithes and offerings get passed on. And so what you guys don't want to take with you, we all donate. And so it's a really cool gathering. Time to clean the closet. Here it is, spring cleaning time, my friends. So join us for that on June 10th, and that would be 6 to 8 p.m., so an evening affair. And so the ladies can be here all together, and they can talk their stuff, right? It's all good. And so that would be, let's see, drop-off items. They says here on the day of the event, if you want to drop off items after the service, 11:15 and before noon, so there's a window there to drop off items for the evening gathering. And you can call the church, 808-322-0885, or send an email, unityofkona@gmail.com, for more information. So Kealoha Sugiyama will present the Pu'olo workshop on Sunday, June 26th at 12 noon. Well, Pu'olo is a small bundle. I think there's one right here, right? Yep. That is really kind of cool. In olden days of Hawaii, they didn't use paper, plastic, bags, boxes, containers as we do today. So they had a very special leaf called the la'i, or tea. So we call it the tea, but the Hawaiian is la'i. And so the leaf of the la'i was their tin foils, saran wrap, and containers. With leaves, they created the po'olo. And for the daily needs, in this workshop, Kealoha will demonstrate and show how it's done. So it's also going to show various ways to use the po'olo, and he will teach in Hawaiian ways versus the Western method, because Kealoha will provide all the supplies. We need to know how many of the people here will be attending, and so just to make sure that he brings enough tea leaves for everyone. So please check your schedules, and we're going to pass out the sign-up sheet here later. And so if you'd like to sign up for that Po'olo workshop, Sunday, June 26th at 12 noon after service. And so with that, I think I got my announcements underway. One more thing is to join us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and join the virtual social hour after service. So if you're joining us online, we can all kind of see what's going on here in the sanctuary, and we can interact with you guys that aren't here with us today. So it's really kind of cool to have that service with the social hour. That Facebook link will be put on the Zoom link will be put on the Facebook link as soon as the service is about to finish. So I think I'm done with that, and it's time for our daily word. And today I have special Sean coming up to do our daily word for us. So let's give her a big hand. Sean, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Today's word is comfort. The love in my heart is my comfort. If the sadness of loss diminishes my joy as I think of happy experience with the loved ones who are no longer with me, I remember that the love we shared will bind us together always. Love can never die. Love, the most beautiful attribute of God, is present always and everywhere. I am comforted as my heart opens to the divine love within me, knowing that this same love enfolds all of those I hold dear, no matter where they are on the eternal journey of life. Peace and strength grow in my awareness as I open myself to love's expression. I bless everyone who comes to mind today with a loving thought. I speak a loving word or perform a simple act of kindness wherever I can. As I bring comfort to others, I am comforted also. Let's say the affirmation for the word comfort. The love in my heart is my comfort. Thank you.
So it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sean. We really appreciate you stepping up and doing that for us. And now it's time to get comfortable in your seats as we visualize. Visualization, visualizing the sanctuary. So get comfortable and just rest your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And visualize the sanctuary as well as the sanctuary of your soul. And as you take a breath, see the sanctuary as a beautiful heart. Feel the loving energy of those around you, flowing in and through you. See that loving energy flowing around every person, every being on this earth and in this world. And if you know of anyone in your life or in this world in need of prayer, see them in the center of this most beautiful heart as we say together the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Thank you, God. And now is the time in our service where we'll ask Aloha coming up and doing meditation and music and ready for the message. So thank you, my friend Kealoha Sugiyama.
Let us prepare to go within in meditation. We are so blessed to live in the land of Aloha, where our skies are filled with the rainbows. And so we focus on each color of the rainbow. Let us visualize the color red. And in this color, we focus on the Hawaiian word ha'akea. Ha'akea means humility, to be humble. And so we ask Keakua to grant these values. Moving down to the color orange, the Hawaiian word there is ike pono, which means to know, to understand, to feel emotionally. And we ask Keakua to grant us these values. Moving down to the color yellow, the Hawaiian word is kokua, which means to help, to support, to assist. And we ask Keakua to grant us this value. And we move down to the color green, focusing on the Hawaiian word kule ana, which means responsibility. It also means a privilege. And so we ask Keakua to grant us these values. Moving down to the color blue, the Hawaiian word there is kupa'a. Kupa'a means to stand firm, to be steadfast in truth. And we ask Keakua to grant us that value. And we move down to the color purple, and the Hawaiian word is ho'omau. Ho'omau means to perpetuate, to be preserve. And we ask Keakua to grant us these values. And we move down to the center of our being, where we are one with the Creator. And let us embrace this moment, knowing that wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All is well. All is well. And in this silence, let us acknowledge that we are truly blessed with all that we have. We are truly grateful for all that we've got. Mahalo ke akua. Mahalo ke akua. And so we move up from the color purple to the color blue to the color green to the color yellow, orange, and red. And as we open our eyes, let us be grateful. Let us be grateful for this moment, for this day of abundance. And so it is. Amen. So for the meditation music, being that it's May, and today we're celebrating May Day, is Lay Day in Hawaii. I'm going to sing it first, and the second time I invite everyone to join me. May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii. Garlands of flowers everywhere. All of the colors in the rainbow. Maidens with blossoms in their hair. Flowers, that means we should be happy. Throwing aside a load of care. Oh, May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii. May Day is happy days out here. May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii. Garlands of flowers everywhere. All of the colors in the rainbow. Maidens with blossoms in their hair. Flowers, that means we should be happy. Throwing aside a load of care. Oh, May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii. May Day is happy days right here. May Day is happy days right here. So singing May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii opens up my talk for today. So May Day is Lay Day of Hawaii, and the power of the flower that brings us all together. And with that being said, I'll make a lay, I'll wear a lay, I'll give a lay, and you'll Now, I want you to remember the first time you arrived in Hawaii and you were presented with a lei. How did that feel? The feeling that you should be receiving is welcome. The embrace of the Aloha spirit to our Aina, to the land of Aloha. And as you smell the flower and smell its sweet fragrance, it should connect you with the power of love. And as we visualize the flower, we wear it around our neck, we smell that sweet fragrance, we automatically connect with the Creator. The Creator that created the heavens and earth for us all. And so today, let us become one with the flower. One with the flower. So that we can find our way home to Keakua. The Hawaiians were taught that when we are born onto this earth, we are like a bud. And as each sun rises and each sunset, it is an opportunity for us to find ways to bloom. And it may take time for the petals to open and the fragrance to permeate the air, and finally our beauty to be seen by the world. And that is our function, to be that bud, and through our choices that we open up into a beautiful flower, that we permeate the air wherever we may be, that whoever is in our company will embrace that sweet fragrance because it reminds them and reflects of who they are as well. And it is through this flower that we find our commonality, our oneness with each other. That though we may be of different species of flowers, different scent, different colors, from different plants, we are still creators of God. We are still children of God. So I'll make a lei, I'll wear a lei, I'll give a lei, and you will remember me. And so, when we look around and see a flower, we respect them. In the Hawaiian culture, when we address people, we address them as flowers. Oh, I saw poor Melia over here. I saw poor Ilima over there. And so we associate them with flowers. Because when we associate them with flowers, we see the beauty of that flower in this person. We see, and we can bring back the scent of that flower. And so we address them as flowers. So the flowers in Hawaii everywhere. And so I'll make a lei, I'll give a lei, I'll wear a lei, and you'll remember me. Now, I want to talk about this young man. When I first came to Unity, he was this high. He was a rascal. But he had a bright light shining from him. And every time he came to church on Sunday, I looked forward to seeing him because his light shines so much. And so I gave a talk on that light that I saw in him. And I named him La'akea, the heavenly light. Now, at Unity, one of the things we did in our ceremony, or in our service, is we had the church fund. And this was built to collect church funds. And so we would take a moment and sing a song, Money Makes the World Go Round, and people would come up with their loose changes, and they would drop it in here. This young man collected all his loose changes, and I don't know if he looked in his grandma's purse for any more, but he was so eager for the moment that we did this portion in the service so that he could contribute to our building fund. And at the end of the month, Virginia would take all the money collected, and she would take it to the bank and deposit the coins collected. So I'll never forget this young man. And the thing is, after he put his change in, he was designated to hold it while everyone came up. And because he was a little toddler, people didn't come up with change. They came up with dollar bills, and $5 bills, and $20 bills, because of his light that attracted them to his greatness. Today, he just graduated from high school, and this is the first time I've seen him since. So he's a special guy, and I'm sure he'll make a big difference wherever he goes, because he has that Christ light within him. Thank you.
I just have to add that he was a premature baby. He was 3 pounds, 7 ounces. He just fit in my arm here. He was a definite surprise to his mother and to Grandma, but he's been a joy. He's my youngest grandson, and I'm very happy that he agreed to that he wanted to come today, because he's a teenager. It's like, oh, Grandma. But he was very happy to come, so I'm glad. Thank you for including me.
do the Hawaiians wear a lei? Why do Hawaiians wear a lei? The reason is because we associate flowers as people, we respect them. And so when we gather the flowers, like when I went to pick the flowers, normally I'm sure if I told you to go outside and pick flowers from the tree, you would go and just pick. But for the Hawaiians, because the flowers represent people, it deserves respect. And so when they go and gather, whether it's flowers or leaves or nuts, etc., they go with the 3 R's: respect, responsibility, and restore. So they go up to the tree and they ask permission to pick your beautiful flowers. I need your flowers. I want to make a lei for the congregation of Unity Church. Please allow me to gather your flowers, your blossoms. And then I start picking. And when I'm done picking from that tree, before I leave, it's the responsibility to say thank you. So I say, thank you so much for your kokua, your help, your beautiful blossoms, for me to make a lei. And then the 3rd R, restore. Restore means to take care of this tree that provided you with the blossoms to make a lei. And so you fertilize, you water, you trim, you gather the old leaves, the old branches, and you make that tree happy. A happy tree will provide unlimited blossoms for the next time. And so I'll make a lei, I'll weave a lei, I'll wear a lei, and you'll remember me. I'll make a lei, I'll wear a lei, I'll give a lei, and you'll remember me. And so the Hawaiians have a relationship with the plants. And the Hawaiians have been taught the way you take care of the plant is how the plant will take care of you. So if you care for a plant of flowers, it'll provide you with the blossoms that you will need. If you have a fruit tree and you take care of the fruit trees with water, fertilizer, it will take care of you. So it is important that because we are all flowers, we need to take care of each other because we are one. We are created from the one source, the one power, which is everywhere. And so the Hawaiians, we don't have church buildings in the olden days because we knew wherever we are, God is. And so there's no need for a building when church is every moment, every day, wherever you are. We don't wait till Sunday to come to worship. Worship is a daily, moment to moment, from breath to breath. But it's good to come and see each other, where normally I wouldn't travel this far to come to see you, but I'm glad we had this moment. So I'll make a lay, I'll give a lay, I'll wear a lay, and you will remember me. I'll give a lay, I'll make a lay, I'll wear a lay, and you will remember me. Now, we have all kinds of lays. If you live in the mountain, you would make lays from the mountain. If you live by the ocean, you would make lays from the ocean. And so, if you lived in the forest, you would make lays from the forest. So to show you, is this on? Okay. So to show you, people who lived in the forest made feather lays. And when the Hawaiians made their feather lays, they didn't catch a bird and pluck off all his feathers at one time. You see the Royal Hawaiian cape. They were 6, 7 feet tall with this cloak draping down to the ground, all feathers. They only pulled 2 feathers from the neck and let the bird go. Can you imagine how long it would take to make a lay? People down the beach would gather seashells and make lays out of seashells. Now, you must understand, today we have all the convenience to make these lays. We have the tools, the metal, the needles to puncture holes. The Hawaiians didn't have that. How did they puncture holes in a seashell? They didn't have threads and needles. How did they string all this? It took a lot of creative juices to do that. And so, we also gathered the kukui nuts and made lays out of the kukui nut. But once again, how did they make the holes and string the nuts into a lay? That's your lesson when you go to Bishop Museum. So I'll make a lay, I'll give a lay, I'll wear a lay, and you'll remember me. I'll make a lay, I'll wear a lay, I'll give And today, moving on with the times, we still make leis without gathering flowers. This lei is made from the satin fabric. And what they do is they cut it in 2-inch strips, and then from each side, they pulled the thread off and just leave a margin in the center to sew. And so this is the result of a satin material lei. This is yarn. This is ribbon. So today, if flowers aren't available, they do this type of lei because it's more convenient, and unless you have the flowers in your yard. So the lei. Now I'm wearing a lei po'o, which means a head lei. And the reason why we wear a head lei is because this represents our ancestors who had all the knowledge, because this represents the Creator who created the heavens and earth. We want the mana, we want the knowledge to encircle our head, to give us the knowledge and the wisdom for the moment. Why do we wear a lei around our neck? In the Bible, we're told that our body is a temple, and the Hawaiians acknowledge that. The shoulders are the altars, your neck is the firm foundation, and your head is your crown of glory. And so, this is why we adorn ourselves with the lei, so that we are always one with God. We are always one with God. In the olden days, it was an honor and a privilege to receive a lei, because it took so much time in the olden days. Today, we have all these plants in our gardens. In the olden days, it's whatever nature provided is what they made the leis with. And so they need it together, which takes a lot of time. They needed to put it together, which took a lot of time. And because it took a lot of their time and effort to create a lei, this lei was created with love. It would take abundant love together to put it together in order for me to gift you with a lei. Today, you can just go to the grocery store, to a convenience store, and buy a lei and have someone make it for you, and you just present it to someone. But when it's made with aloha, you need to be truly grateful and embrace that love. And so, in closing, I want to go to the last Sunday of June, where I'll do a pu'olo. And so, this is a pu'olo, which I'll be demonstrating how to make. And I'll open it. So this morning, I'm making it into a bouquet, a floral arrangement. That you can make at home. You can wrap it for your, do this all for your Christmas present, birthday present. You name it. So I'll make a lei. I'll wear a lei. I'll give a lei. And you will remember me. Aloha.
Thank you so much, Kealoha Sugiyama. What an honor it is to be given a lei for the Lei Day celebrations. It's May Day, Lei Day in Hawaii, and the celebrations of graduations, the celebrations of the season, and the offerings and the gifts that I feel so honored to have received. Thank you so much again, Kealoha. And everybody in the sanctuary received a lei, so everybody got laid today. And you join us in online. You can come, to Hawaii, and we'll offer you leis. It's really an amazing, amazing feeling. It's proper protocol to re-gift your lei. Don't just let it wear out and die in a tree or something. Offer it to somebody that might be, as you're walking in the store, you see somebody not quite so happy. Re-gifting the lei really carries that mana, the power forward. As I found myself gifted 2 leis last Sunday, and I was all of a sudden there was 2 people I met that needed to be offered. And so what an honor it is to have that gift, to be re-gifted. And so sharing your leis and the love, the aloha. And so now it's time for our offertory blessing as we get together holding your gifts and offerings in your hands. We're going to be passing the plate around, and if you're joining us online, there's a QR code on the affirmation stuff. And so it's like our offertory blessing. And so at this time, we are abundantly grateful. So it's like coming on the board. Let's say this together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And so it is. We have a little music. Is Dunny going to do this, or is this Renee? Or I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, okay. You guys are singing together. Okay. You need a microphone, Kayla? Are you good? Oh, May Day is Lei Day in Hawaii.
For you a lei of flowers rare, for you a lei to rest and wear, for you a lei to caress while you are away. of love I give to you, to think of me when you are blue. No matter where you are, over land or on the sea, for you a lay to remember me, for you a lay of flowers rare, for you a lay to hold and wear, for you a lay to caress while you are away. Throw your troubles away and be happy and gay. A lay of love I give to you, to make you free when you are blue. No matter where you are, over land or o'er the sea, for you a lay to remember me, for you a lay to remember me.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much, Kealoha. We really appreciate your music, your ole, your mana. And so what an honor it is to have you here. As we have our gifts and offerings here at the front, if we'd like to do a blessing, and so should we come up, but divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And through Spirit we know that as we give, so shall we receive. So we now dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will, your work in this ministry, in our lives. And so it is. Amen. And now we come together to do our closing songs. Let there be peace on earth and aloha oi. So if you'd like to make a big circle in the sanctuary, if you'd like to join us online in a virtual circle, and so leave your comments online so we can formally say hey to everybody. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And as we hold these lays in our hearts, because this love that's been shared here today, carry it with you throughout the week, and until we meet again, we'll sing Aloha Oi. Aloha Oi, Aloha Oi. Eke ona ona no I kalipo. One fond embrace, a-o-ya yao, until we meet again. Thank you, everybody,
Aloha.
for joining us. And if we got a little extra music, I just want to, in closing, say thank you, everybody, for joining us and to tune in next week. There's some food upstairs. I believe was some things happening. Did that happen? Oh, okay. So there's something happening. So hang around if you'd like to share some food with us, as it's all about the Ohana, having some time together. And so the Facebook event, make sure you tell your friends all about it. Next Sunday speaker is Reverend Sophia Falke, our resident reverend here, a minister of record. Her topic will be creating a life you love. And so your life is an artist's canvas awaiting the power of your imagination to create a wonderful or less than life. It's up to you what colors, vibrant or dull, and images, uplifting or degrading, you choose for your life's canvas. Music next week will be Joe Condi. So please join us for the virtual social hour. We're going to try to get that loaded up here on the Zoom link, on the Facebook page, comment section, and so you'll have to be a minute one at a time. But have a fabulous week, everybody. And so, ahui ho, aloha. God bless you all. And don't forget the birthday cards for Reverend Sophia. There's a whole box of birthday cards back there. Thank you, everybody. See you next week.